After 2 years of being his assistant, I know him very well. He's self-absorbed and selfish. He's going to hurt her, and I will have to kill him.
Richard, fantastic job on A Family Affair.
Thanks very much.
I think it's a great mother-daughter romantic comedy that isn't like your normal comedy. It has a lot of human sentiment in the film. Speaking of that, can you talk about balancing the tone of this film?
Yeah, again, it was a very organic feeling, always going to, well, what's the truth of it? You know, where is it funny, where is it romantic, and where does it have to get genuine?
Sure.
Without it getting sentimental. So it just you sort of feel your way through it. Yeah.
Now, Joey is fantastic as Zara. We really see her with her full comedy chops on display,
yes.
from her comedy timing to her physical comedy performance in this.
Oh, yes.
And also her emotional range in this film as well. What impressed you the most about working with her as a performer?
Her facility, her ability to access whatever she needed in the moment. She's a great actress, and remember, she's been acting for 20 years,
yes.
So she's a real pro. What she has ahead of her, I just cannot wait to see all that she does.
Absolutely. Look, I think Zach can do it all. Like from comedies to dramas, he can do it all. There's echoes of his real life in the character of Chris. What did Zach bring to the role that wasn't on the page?
The tone, the expression of it. He knew instinctually how to make the character funny by making him sincere in everything he believes and everything he's saying. He never winked at the audience. He never commented on the character. He was genuine and vulnerable and an asshole at the same time. It just was perfect combination.
Speaking of that, can you talk about their improvising together? Because I love the dynamic that we see between Joey and Zach on screen.
Well, my favorite films are the screwball comedies of the 30s and 40s, and a lot of them were improv. And from Leo McCarey and Howard Hawks, and I wanted to bring that vibe to it, and Joey and Zach understood it immediately. So like in the car, there are improvs in that where Zach is riffing off of the things he's left at his girlfriend's house, and also off of the Cher song, and the two of them had a really great time in their scenes where they just would riff off of the script, and they were just really smart at it. Yeah.
Carrie Solomon wrote this film. She wrote this when she was 24, the same age the character Zara is. She's worked her way up through Hollywood. Can you talk about what resonated with you when you were reading her screenplay?
Her intelligence and her humor. And this sort of fresh voice, because I'm clearly not a millennial, and she understood and showed me something I didn't understand about the point of view of the character. And she was really adamant about the character not having any romantic or boyfriend or male idea. It was important that the character was about finding her place in the world, and that was her main thing, and I love that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman plays Brooke, Zara's mom.
We called her Zoe on set.
Did you really?
Yes, because of Zara.
Yeah, I just mixed them together, Zara and Joey. But she's fantastic in this film, and this is her second film with Zach. I know they did Paperboy together.
Yeah.
I like the energy. She brings this anxious energy to her as the writer, but then kind of lets her guard down when she's with Chris, played by Zach. Can you talk about working with Nicole on this film and the chemistry that her and Zach shared on screen together?
Well, the chemistry between the two of them was apparent from the very beginning. The first day that they got together on the set was in the living room set, and we rehearsed the couch scene. And they just, threw their arms around each other and talked about old times, and just their chemistry was right there from the start. Nicole, what I love about, well, first of all, she's one of the great actresses of our time. And also, she has that star quality, that old Hollywood movie star quality. And I loved in this movie that there was this sort of relaxed grace about her performance. She using her own voice and her own rhythms and her own sense of humor and her own emotional life. It was, to me, I've never really seen her in this kind of relaxed ease of performance. Yeah.
I love the character Zara because I was also a PA, so I feel like that's a love letter to anybody that's kind of had that job.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the character Zara and her relationship with her mother Brooke in this film.
Zara was inspired by a friend of mine, Pam Abdi, who now runs Warner Brothers, because when I first met Pam, she was Danny DeVito's assistant.
Get out.
Yes, and she's from Jersey and Danny's from Jersey. And watching the two of them was hilarious because Pam wouldn't let him get away with anything, and they were like family, and they still are. And so that dynamic of being an assistant, but being in his face,
Sure.
not letting him get away with stuff, and which is why he loves her and why he needs her. That idea is where really what inspired Zara. And the mother-daughter thing, I think, you know, is based on all of us who are parents as well. When a kid is trying to find their place in the world, they come into the kitchen and they say, what do I do with my life? And you're like, as a parent, going, how do I answer that? How do I do that? And so I thought they really captured this wonderful love, but also the different generations and the different communication and how much a parent can help and how much a parent can help.
Incredible. Richard, thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you.
Fantastic job on the film. Appreciate
Thank you so much. I really
Thanks,
appreciate
Richard.
that.
This is your mom and your boss, who you hate. It's weird.
Mom?